Hey guys, it's Flip, and today I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on a Cub Cadet XT1 Enduro Series lawn tractor. Alright guys, this is a Cub Cadet XT1 Enduro Series LT46, and it has the Kohler 7000 series engine, 23 horsepower. And the first thing that you need to do is to just let it run for about a minute. That'll kind of get the oil moving around and get some of that sediment up off the bottom and help it to drain easier when it gets thinner. I like to park it on a hill in my backyard with that drain port side down, just to help it drain a little bit easier. You don't have to do that. Another thing I'll do sometimes is I'll put the high side parked on a board, just to raise it up a little bit more. Again, just helps it drain a little quicker. You don't have to do that, just something I like to do. But some things you need to do before you start is just make sure that your parking brake is engaged. If you want to be extra cautious, you can take the key out and even pop the spark plugs off. Then I'm going to take the hood off. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing this to make it a little bit easier to film. But to take the hood off, you just disconnect this little wiring harness down here for the headlights, like I've already done. Then you just tilt the hood back at an angle and it just slides straight off. Also make sure your PTO's off. That's just a good policy whenever you're working on your mower. And then take the dipstick out. That's going to allow air to move through and help it drain easier. And make sure you set that somewhere clean. Now this comes with the twist and pull valve installed already, which makes this pretty easy. So all you have to do is pop this cap off to expose your drain port. Then it comes with a tube. You're going to put that drain tube on the end of that port. Then put it into some kind of container. I just use a milk jug, and then I'll put it into my oil container later. Then you just turn this counterclockwise and pull it out. This needs to be done after the first 5 hours of use, and then after every 50 hours from that point on. So you let that drain till it's all gone, then you're going to push this back in and turn it clockwise, and that'll reclose that port. Then I'm going to take off the drain tube and put the cap back on. Then it's time to remove the oil filter with some oil filter pliers or wrench. And I like these. I'll put a link to these under the video in the description on Amazon. But you're going to get this oil filter off. I put a rag underneath because you might get a little bit of spill. And here's the replacement oil filter I'm going to put on. It's Kohler. I'll put a link under the video in the description if you want to check it out as well. But before we put this on, you can see right here on the filter where it says fill to the base of the threads with clean oil. And then you wait for that filter to absorb for about 2 minutes. Then you want to oil this gasket a little bit, and then you put it on. The engine manual has a little graph that shows you what kind of oil you can use based on the temperature where you live. And I'm going to use 10W30. And my engine on the LT46 takes 2 quarts of oil. Just be sure to check your engine manual to verify how much your engine takes. So I'm going to fill this up to the base of the threads. Then I'm going to give it a couple minutes just to kind of drain down in there. Then you want to take a little bit of this oil and just kind of rub this around on that gasket to help it seal when you put it back on. So the instructions say to tighten this until the gasket contacts the base, and then give it another 3/4 to a full turn after that. So that's what we're going to do. Then I'm going to use a good clean funnel and put in that 10W30. Again, my engine takes 2 quarts. Just be sure to double check your manual to see how much it takes. Then you just want to use your dipstick and check your fill level till you get it right. Next, I'm just going to start this up and let it run and make sure I don't have any leaks anywhere. So that's it. Looks like I don't have any leaks, so I'm good to go. Just make sure that you put your dipstick back in and your keys and spark plugs back in if you took those out. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the hood back on since I took mine off. Again, with the hood, you just have to make sure you reconnect this wire harness for the headlights. So that's it. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please hit the like button for me and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have a lot more videos coming out about this mower. Thanks for watching.